In an effort to improve mental well-being among the police officers, who are sometimes subject to pass through distress, mentoring and empowerment program for young women, abbreviated as MEMPRO, a feminist non-government organization working in the country, has trained 25 police officers on trauma management. The training that took place at Youth Center DOF in Arua City attracted 25 police officers of different ranks from the region to have the skills. In the 9 days phased training that started last year, the officers received theoretical and practical skills on how to overcome trauma-related experiences and skills to also handle trauma-related victims. Immaculate Mukasa, the executive director of MEMPRO, highlights the reason as to why they targeted police as a stakeholder in trauma management among the victims, most especially among the women.
We've been working in this region for quite some time, and the challenges of the girls and the young women, what they go through, some of them require police intervention. Things to do with sexual violence or even gender-based violence as a general, they require police intervention. We would hear stories from the girls that sometimes when they go to the police station, they feel that there is more that the police can do to feel that they are served appropriately. So the consequence of that has been that sometimes the girls would fear going to the police or even to follow up the cases. So when we interacted with the police officers, we understood that they also have some challenges which we appreciate as humans, and we felt that it's important that we engage them in sessions of trauma-sensitive handling of violence survivors.
Ruf Matoya, a counseling psychologist who also trained the officers, says the team is ready to handle the cases.
The most important thing I would say to your bosses, you have a brilliant cohort of officers. Very articulate, very able to learn and to apply what they have learned. Yesterday I gave them an exam without telling them to read, and each group scored 100%. So it means that the training sank in very well. All I want is that whatever you've learned today, take it and apply it.
Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent of Police Josephine Anguchia, the Westnile Regional Police spokesperson, appreciates the training as she appeals for more opportunities.
As police officers, we normally interface so many cases of trauma. Given the nature of our work, where we deal with perpetrators, we deal with the victims, we deal with the survivors, we deal with the scene of crimes here and there, and some of the situations are really traumatic. We, the officers, end up also getting traumatized. Before handling the trauma victims, we equally become traumatized. We are happy that MEMPRO, together with our facilitator, came up with this particular training here to help us.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Serunjoje Edi, the Westnile Regional Police Commander, says trauma-sensitive skills are necessary for the officers.
It's important for our officers to be trauma-sensitive, because if not, then we end up causing, first of all, secondary trauma, cause more trauma to these people who are already traumatized, but also ourselves. We get traumatized if we are not properly trained and we are not trauma sensitive. So we want to thank you that now you as the officers, you've got this knowledge. You will not cause more trauma to the victims. You'll be able to handle these GBV victims properly, but also not cause trauma to yourselves.
Similarly, Charles Ichogor, the Resident City Commissioner for Arua City, appealed to the police officers who received the training to propagate the skills.
You have a session for police officers in your sub-region. You can sit down. I will be happy to be invited to attend that session here in Arua City, so that there is a multiplier effect. You don't get skills, then you leave the skills here. That one is not going to be acceptable. Let's now be change agents. Change the population we are serving, change the police force.
The 9 days training of police officers on trauma management that climaxed on 13th of June 2024 were conducted in a phased manner, where the officers were taken through both theoretic and practical sessions. Farish Majid, Westnile TV, Nalkas.